Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Thursday night basketball. That's right. It's a beautiful evening here in the East County of San Diego. I'm Andy Bishop alongside my partner Ed Alcarez, bringing you some high school basketball from the San Diego section on playonsports.com, your destination for high school sports. We've got a great matchup for you tonight. The surprising 3-1 Patrick Henry Patriots hosting the Falcons of Torrey Pines High School, coming down from Del Mar. Ed, we've got a great matchup. Like I was saying, we've got stars all around the floor tonight. It's early in the season. What are a couple of things that these teams need to be looking for in tonight's game? Well, the Falcons are coming off a CIF San Diego Section Division I championship in 2011. They will be wearing those maroon-colored jerseys. The host school in the white on white. And here we go for the tip. The Falcons controlling it. Sam Warman, one of the remaining reach squad last year. Brandon Cyrus at the top there. He's that young freshman you want to keep your eye on tonight. Movement, that's jumper good from Brian Cuff getting the start tonight. He has not accumulated any stats coming into tonight's game, and bucket for two.
And just like
on the other end, he converts to tie things up 2-2. 40 seconds into tonight's game.
Able to get the possession. They're going to move up the court.
Having trouble around David. Zach Wagner was able to maintain possession. You're going to see a quick 30-second timeout from Coach John Olive. We apologize if a little bit of static going on there, any other technical difficulties. We have a quick 2-2 score here, a couple of early baskets from both. We'll get into all sorts of conversation tonight. But on paper, you evenly matched teams in Torrey Pines and Patrick Henry. Kind of what Ed was alluding to is kind of flown under the head coach this year, Robert Fields, who we hear. And the Falcons will end looking for Connor Milmo, unable to get it to him, but he finds three from downtown, no good. Acrobatic reach. He was then guilty of the traveling violation. Cyrus with the ball underneath. Cyrus loses it, and taking it down to the other end is Kevin Buddy, pushing it bumped, no foul called, and Brian takes it to the other end. Side with the floater, no good, was Wagner.
He's on the rebound, and you got to like him.
Is again having some technical difficulties. Can you hear me now, Ed?
I listen to the ball game.
Nope.
He may be thankful that I'm cutting in and out. Me on the football broadcast. Guys here for so much.
We're at the score still tied 2-2 on your left side in those maroon jerseys. On the offensive end, cutting baseline, going up strong, but no good. Warren Gibney. Working it down, gonna get him on the travel before.
The ball movement, a lot of activity under the baskets. Score here so far with there's evidence of that.
Driving baseline and then kicking it out. No good from Gibney. Brandon Cyrus, pretty big strides on, gets fouled on the shot.
And there, just please, is number 32, the mystery man that I don't.
Cyrus is good on the first one.
Patrick Henry subs out. You got to give kudos to Robert of the Patrick Henry Patriots as he's got him season.
Oh, into the game for the Patriots, Garrett Cordes. On 4:53, 3-2 lead for the Falcons. Maybe. And you have a push on the offensive end from Patrick Henry.
Yeah, the senior Jacob Sherman.
Alongside Ed Alcaraz coming to you. A little high on the pass and down low. Warman
unable to handle that. Team, the Patrick Henry Patriots.
Finding trouble in the corner. Somehow unable to come. Lewis gets the nice hitting it for two. And now Chris coming the other way. Nice. And Chris.
And just as quick as there for the Patriots. Right back. 1 point lead here, 5-4.
5-4 lead for Patrick Henry on. And then a throw to Herman. My, oh, my. But Chris dissecting the Curlow for his.
And there, Chris Curlow answers right back.
Again, it was Sherman going out, layup attempt. Cyrus now pulling up for the fifth. Oh, good. From good. And the Falcons main. Wagner right in front of us. Iron. Pushing it up one quarter here, Ed. And then a circus line coming out. And he left in the first quarter. First quarter, 8-7.
So far is aren't back. Trying to keep the that we've come to just kind of a smothering defense.
Gibbony no good. Stops and pops. And take back that lead. Good. 11-9 Patriots. Jack. Wagner. And you've got a Patrick. 30. Pretty fast moving. Nice move. And he's coming alive already in the first quarter. Bit of a full man press. And just threw it and find his man. 50 quarter. Paul, bit of a Ed Alcaraz. We'll run it as hard as we can. Gotten hacked a little and gets it to side. Off his knee. Oh, solid D. Buddy. He's got it up. Launching another. A little bit of sloppy for the Falcons. Seconds left. The final shot. Problems here. The problems called. Kyle. For seconds. Wagner. Pick 3. Sends the clock. Oh, wow. It's in 1 second. Shot off. If Warman, no good times in that first quarter. In the Thursday night on Destination. It's a great matchup going right now for the play broadcast schools to activities on the web. Play on /S Bishop right now. Microphones. 13 all white here. Torrey Henry as the same team. Torrey Pines 17 by 10. Defense there. Foul first. Board says, well, we'll call it. Didn't think we scoreboard into the game with the ball now. Wagner drives it, and it will travel right there. 3 of the ball. 1 in each Patriots. And you see a very so far happening though. Gets it, finds man in this game. And that's his 16th. Lewis coming wild. Cuff down quickly. High court. Now pulling up. A mistake there by 3 free shots. An interesting have after free throw attempts be your foul. Trying to get it Kyle target if you Henry coming so now. And they man set. And Cup unable to hand Gibney back, put this opportunity, and then fouled Saunders. Connor 6 will be in the bonus. Timmy Saunders first point. Patrick 5-12. Make it 30. Sherman for the Patriots with highlighted defensively. And down inside, driving, kicking, and a nice play from Kevin Buddy. And now grows for Patrick. Brandon steal for the and with a tough shot. Lewis had the rebound. It was game so far season only Herman already into the bone. Patriots have played the defense. A foul call, and that's Honors. Seat the rest of the half. No good. The board. Buddy, no. Nice. That's 5. Gets the foul. The Falcons. Not only your ball, but it's coverage of high destination for high school sports. Bailey points for him. That second. Each team's a lot of athleticism here so far. And about every part of the rim, Patrick Henry. And you see him aggressive. Another going up for. I thought they go ahead. Jack. Another aggressive. Resulting in good gain with this second attempt. Subbing for Patriots, 2-3, and you're going to get Jabal. Don't want Falcons, another. And Werman, he got it. Two of 3, and he 25-19. Have about a fast pace. Sherman out to Gibney. Got 3 on that one. Not a, but Werman no position by on the Falcons. Patrick Henry in quarter. And that one to take attempt could have been block. It was definitely a Euro step. Sherman drive to that hoop. Shots. Got a hold of Will. Short. One. Time. And you've got, again, pressure. Cyrus inside. I think he got no call, but. And he's. This time. 19 minutes, so the next one is in the double bonus. To Milmo, he 50 seconds inching their way by Milmo, just short, and Buddy pushing it out to Corden. Good by Jack, and now seconds. Saunders, and you'll wait for the final shot, and you're with it, and not a smart back foul. First one for the night. And that gets it to a run by the Falcons. Sherman kicks it out. No good. And it's the Falcons 4. And halftime get the stay with us. Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball in the San Diego section on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. We're at the halftime break, a 29-25 lead for the host team, the Patrick Henry Patriots, coming into this contest 3-1 with wins against out-of-the-state school Box Hills, Scripps Ranch, and then El Capitan, their lone loss to the Cathedral Catholic Dons. Taking on a very good Torrey Pines team. Both these schools, of course, both Division I in the tournament run by West Hills. This is the only game in this tournament not taking place at West Hills. And you've had some good action here so far. Breaking down things a little bit. Sherman for Patrick Henry, the leading scorer. Jacob Sherman, that is, the senior forward. Threw down a dunk early in the game, really got the crowd going here, which is about half full in the Patrick Henry gym. The Falcons unable to get much going offensively, especially in the early part of the second quarter, but then they got out running a bit, led by Cyrus as well as point guard Zach Wagner. And then they went on a quick 6-0 run to end things. So you have an interesting story here going into the second half. Patrick Henry not all that well known for their basketball team throughout the years, at least more recently. Good to see him now on the sideline in a coaching opportunity, taking on one of the more well-known coaches from Torrey Pines, and we haven't really touched on this. Coach John Olive coaching Torrey Pines for several years now. He actually played in the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers and the San Diego Clippers. He's also been a coach, an assistant coach for Villanova, head coach for Loyola Marymount. So he's got a thick resume, and he loves this Torrey Pines team. Took him to the CIF Division I San Diego Section Championship a few years running, 3 out of the last 4, and finally was able to get over that hump and win against against Vista last year, led by seniors Joe Rahan and Garrett Galvin. So that was a pretty special thing they did last year. Joe Rahan, of course, going off to Boston College, the younger brother of San Diego State shooting guard James Rahan. So the names might not be as well known this year for Torrey Pines, but let me tell you, they got a couple that you want to keep your eye on, especially Brandon Cyrus. This kid is going to be something to watch the next 4 years. Apologies for our statisticity. Not the best connection for whatever reason here in the Patrick Henry High School. Some early preseason basketball here in the San Diego section. Andy Bishop with my silent partner, Ed Alcarez, who has been working on his headset the entire first half and is still unable to get things going. We're about to get things going underway here. We'll switch directions. Patrick Henry will now go from right to left on your viewing screen, and they'll start first half with the ball. Team foul amounts wiped out. That's a good thing if you're Patrick Henry, as they had double digits there in the first half. The Falcons taking advantage of that and getting a few freebies from the line, and they find themselves 4 points behind. Quickly out with it is Giboney, taking it on the little dump. No good. A tough rebound. Jack Bailey now pushing it. Wagner, but again, another transition defense steal from Patrick Henry. Buddy almost got away with the travel there. Might have slid that pivot foot. Now Sherman moving baseline. Giboney handling it top. Buddy baseline. Now Sherman on the help D was Werman, but he was a little too late. So Sherman on top of Werman gets the deuce. Sloppy passing once again from the Falcons. This time it's off the Patriots, though. 7-12 in the third. Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. A little discussion between the officials of the zebra print on their shirts. Not sure what the question was or the conclusion, but either way, it's going to be Torrey Pines ball. Oh, I heard a breath of fresh air from Ed Alcarez.
Oh, I think I might be back. Maybe.
Oh, and you're going to get the bucket and a foul. Wagner taking it up strong.
So let me ask, what have I missed?
You've missed a half of basketball. I know you've been watching it with your eyes. We just haven't been able to hear your beautiful voice.
I tell you, we're going to get more emails back to Play on Sports that they're going to prefer this type of broadcast. He's never sound better. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the consensus.
I don't know about that, but we're at the 7-minute mark. Wagner was no good on that free throw attempt. He gets the steal and then the foul on Kevin Buddy. And again, 2 quick fouls on Patrick Henry.
All right, so since I'm back, I've got to catch up on all the corny lines. That was number 2, Kevin Buddy, and his opposing buddy from Torrey Pines, who he got tangled up with, Zach Wagner. There you go. That's the first of many that I've got to fit into one half.
Yeah.
That I didn't do in the first half.
Listeners, watch out. Ed's bringing it tonight. Another turnover. Justin Rivera picks it up and kicks it out. Shot is good from number 32.
I tell you right there.
Still don't have a name on our roster with the 3-2. Anyway, Cyrus with the quick little floater. 2 big Falcons right there. Unable to convert was Currylow.
And there, Jacob Sherman bringing the ball up. Had a chance to get it, to kick it on out.
Wagner with the steal, taking advantage of Rivera. Going up strong, no good. Jack Bailey could not convert.
And one of the things that I've seen so far, as I was able to pretty much be a spectator in the first half, and one of the things that I've seen here as we've started here in the second half, is it's a physical basketball game. It's fast-paced. You've been mentioning that the entire first portion of this ball game. And Patrick Henry holding their own.
Another quick foul on Wagner, trying to play that aggressive D in the backcourt press. You're going to have a jump ball after Wagner picked Rivera again. John Olive having a little bit of a problem with that jump ball call. In any case, you'll have a timeout. This time a full timeout from Patrick Henry coach Robert Fields.
And there the ball just didn't really, it didn't seem as he was bringing the ball up, Justin Rivera, number 1 for the Patriots. It just seemed that he wasn't too comfortable there as he was being guarded. Unfortunately, as I was focusing on talking, I forgot the number of the Falcon there, but quick to react.
Yeah, it's Zach Wagner who's been one-on-one with Rivera starting this first half and taking advantage of him a few times, really, and looking to do the same there, but can't get too aggressive because these officials are really on top of these fouls.
But there quickly to pick up his teammate was Cluis. And you got to love he's wearing the number 0. You don't see that too often in pretty much any of the sports.
And it is Cluis that gets it at the top of the arc. Haven't seen him much as a scoring threat tonight. It's really been Sherman that has gotten things going offensively. Unable to handle that pass from Rivera, who's really eating up minutes that normally Kevin Buddy's been seeing. But Buddy taken out of the game, and now you see him ready to head back in at the scorer's table.
And one of the things, if you are Patrick Henry, you're not going to want to get too comfortable, even with a 6-point lead here.
And rejected by Sherman, or maybe it was more of a steal, as it looked like Cuff was just trying to pass it out, converting on the other end. Oren Giboney, his first points of the second half.
They're picking up the assist. Mystery man, 32 for the Patriots.
Good pass inside, but again, Bailey unable to do much with it. Sherman open on the other side, takes his time, misses it though.
There, Sherman with just a little bit too much time. Not able to nail the three.
An 8-point game, 35-27. Foul on the attempt. You've got Jacob Sherman with, I just believe, his first of the game. You don't want him getting in foul trouble if you're Patrick Henry. Riveria and Cluis being spelled by Buddy and Connor.
They're getting some fresh blood in there. It's Coach Fields. As his team clings to an 8-point lead here with 4:31 to go in the second half, and we just lost the scoreboard.
That's about the 10th time we've lost it, but
it's back.
It's right back here. Kevin Buddy. Was the one on the foul for Patrick Henry with 4 team fouls here. Still over halfway through the third quarter. Spin move by Brandon Cyrus, no good. Off the foot of Kyle Connor. So it'll remain Falcons ball, reset of the shot clock. Now down to 34.
One of the things we have noticed, the Falcons are looking to play inside, even though just from our viewpoint here, they don't have too much of an advantage on the height side or even on the weight side, but they're definitely trying to work the ball inside.
And you see Cyrus take one from the outside for the first time, no good. Now Wagner from the left corner, another offensive rebound, but this time by Werman. Wilmo going up for it, no good. A 5th chance attempt, I believe it was, by Werman, clanking off both the glass and the iron.
I don't know how many opportunities you need to sink a basket there, but 5 offensive rebounds for the Falcons wasn't enough.
Not exactly the prettiest of plays, or the prettiest of play in those last couple of series. Ultimately, it's the Patriots that come down with that one. And the officials requesting a shot clock recycle. Gimini from the front arc, no good. From the top of the arc, rather.
There, Coach Fields calling in the play. He got what he wanted. He got the matchups he wanted. Unfortunately, not able to sink the basket. It was Gibney.
And Sherman's going to get charged with that one. A little bit of contact with Brandon Cyrus.
For those of you that have heard Robert Fields on many of the different sports here on Play On Sports, the referee just letting him know you need to back it up a little bit there, Coach. Just a little bit.
Timmy Saunders working a little 2-man game with Werman down there on the low block. And Werman going to be charged with the carrying violation.
And see, that was my problem playing basketball. I couldn't dribble and walk at the same time, so I was always getting called for traveling.
A quick pass down low to Jabril Cluis, and one. That gives the Patriots a 10-point lead with a chance to make it 11.
And there, Kyle Connor found Cluis underneath. He was able to get the basket. And as you said, to try to extend this lead here. And I think even if you are Patrick Henry, you've got the 10-point lead. You just got it. It's still, you're playing Torrey Pines here.
Cluis comes up empty. It's been a dry third quarter for the Falcons here with just 2 points. In over 5 minutes, you're going to have an offensive foul, a hook call on Werman. That's the 4th team foul here in the third quarter. 2:45, 37-27 Patriots. Lewis to the wing. It's Sherman. Quick pass inside. Fouled on the way up. Taking a trip to the line for two. It'll be Kyle Connor.
And there, you've got to like the fact that just driving inside with Sherman. Looked back, heading back out. Was able to kick it back out to Connor, who drove to the basket, unable to get it to go in. He's got a shot here to add to the lead for Patrick Henry.
You've got Jack Bailey into the game for Werman. Connor got it.
Okay, so regarding the technical difficulties, I'm able to look to the left side of the court. If I don't move my head, we're good.
But if you look to the right, you'll see Wagner with the nice dime to Milmo. But can you comment on it, Ed?
I'll tell you right now, I was able to turn and able to see a great basket there by number 34 for Torrey Pines. And I'll go ahead and give you his name, Connor Milmo. And it was worth it. I might have a sore neck by the end of this ball game, but it's definitely going to be worth it.
That cuts the lead to inside 10, 38-29. 2-2-2 left on the clock in the third quarter. Milmo got it. 8-point lead now.
And there, Milmo gets his name onto the scorecard. Name we haven't called here all night, but he comes up with a big three for the Falcons.
Milmo, one of the tougher, grittier defenders for the Falcons. Playing down low there, a little bit undersized at times. Sherman going up against two defenders, fouled, but doesn't get it to drop. We don't have Sherman's height, but I'm guessing he can't be more than 6'2 or 6'3, and he really plays tough down inside there.
He definitely does, as he was able to get his own rebound.
Connects.
And I think you could classify him as one of those players that just seem to be the right place at the right time on both ends of the court from what we've seen here this evening. And as the offense goes, it follows Mr. Sherman there, as he's got his team up by 10 here.
Sherman is tonight's leading scorer with 14. A nice drive by the point guard Wagner.
Zach Wagner there, able to cut the lead back to 8.
Wagner doing things all over the court. That was his first bucket to get into the scoring column, but he's had at least 5 steals on defense, I would say, and he's gotten a few assists on the offensive end, so not always looking to score, but you see the quickness he has out there. He dishes it out to Timmy Saunders, short on the 3, and now the Patriots looking to push it, but good transition D by the Falcons. Oh, a beautiful
play
move.
there, huh?
Oh, my. Jacob Sherman, the up and under.
You got to like it. That was pretty right there. Jacob Sherman.
Wagner trying to do a little too much. The 5-on-4 advantage. Knocked out of bounds. 10-point lead once again for the Patriots. 42-32. Keep on saying these two schools' names of their mascot, and I think this might be a preview of an NFL Super Bowl matchup.
This definitely could. As
Falcons, Patriots.
And the Patriots are playing really good football. And here we're seeing them play some pretty good, well, I'd say a little bit of a sloppy brand of basketball, but it's getting it done.
All right, a steal by the Falcons. They could go for a quick 2-for-1, but doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Brandon Cyrus gets it back to Timmy Saunders. taking their time. Shot clock, play clock differential of 5 seconds. Wagner taking it in, dishing it out to the corner. For the three, no good, but that will act as a pass. The shot by Bailey, no good, but finished by the Falcons. And that's how the third quarter will end. Timmy Saunders finishing things off at the other end for the Falcons. And just like they ended the first half on a high note, they end that third quarter on one.
Patriots here up by 8, and as I mentioned, a sloppy second to start off the second half, this third quarter. Pretty sloppy. We saw a lot of turnovers. And to me, it's not a customary type of ball that the Falcons play. They're more of a deliberate style. They can slow it down if they need to be. And we've seen some really crisp, really good passes on their side. But that said, they're not getting the separation from the defenders either. We've seen a lot of turnovers, and that's uncharacteristic of a Torrey Pines team. On the other side, I think we've been pleasantly surprised with the Patriots, not having seen much of them or heard much from them coming into the season. As far as just the basketball side of it, we saw earlier in the CIF school year, the football team, unfortunately, an early exit and a first-round loss. But it seems that they're turning things around here with this Robert Fields guy, of all people, I tell you.
A fellow we are familiar with here at PlayOnSports.com. Been with our company for years. Speaking of football, we've got some great matchups coming up on Play on Sports the next couple weeks. We've got some California playoffs in the southern and northern regions, and we have a couple San Diego schools representing. You've got Santa Fe Christian in the smaller division, and then Madison in Division 3. You also had a team in Oceanside that a lot of people thought were going to get a bid for that Southern Regional game, but they did not get chosen. So those games will be coming up both tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So we encourage you to tune into PlayOnSports.com for all those. Back in action here as we begin the fourth. A push-off on Jabril Cluis, and I think that's going to be foul number 7. Even though you've got no shot, you'll have a Falcon at the line for the 1-1. It's Milmo.
Milmo's back, and he's got an interesting free throw stance and shot, but he's 1 for 1, so you can't knock it.
He's got that wide base at the legs, and he drops it in. That gives him 4 points on the night, 2 for 2 from the line.
He seems to be their most consistent scoring threat.
No good on the second attempt, and this is where we've really seen the lead margin for the Patriots this second half, kind of in that 6 to 10 range for pretty much the entire second half, and we find it at 7 now. So at some point, the Falcons are obviously going to have to get on a little bit of a run to get back in this thing. It'll hurt their chances if Cordes connected on that one, but he did not.
And there, Milmo and Cluis going for the rebound. The referees are going to say that number 34 of the Falcons held.
Our man Milmo.
Our guy Milmo there. Wasn't able to get away with that one as you're going to bring Cluis to the line. And as you mentioned, he hasn't been much of a scoring threat here, but he has on the defensive end held his own.
And that was Milmo's foul, not on the shot, but now the Falcons putting the Patriots into the bonus on the offensive end as well. So both teams in that bonus. Cluis, no good on the second attempt, but gets the ball back.
And how athletic is Cluis to get his own rebound there?
And then he loses it. I'm not sure if he needed to put that ball on the ground. He might have just been able to go straight up quickly and finish. There was a lot of traffic inside there, though.
He's definitely shown his toughness as they've got him playing inside.
Yeah, a little bit undersized against most of those Torrey Pines bigs. An 8-point cushion for the Patriots. Brandon Cyrus, no good on that one. He might have to take things over a little bit more for this Torrey Pines offense, as he's probably the most talented offensive threat. A long rebound taken by Patrick Henry, no good on the second chance. Gibney brings it back out to Kevin Buddy. 6:30, 43-35. Patrick Henry with the lead. Gibney, oh, what a tough shot. Lost the handle of it and almost one-handed it in.
Kind of shot-putted that ball in. Doesn't matter how it gets in, as long as it does, as the Patriots are back up to a 10-point lead here.
Ooh, Timmy Saunders getting caught in the air with not much to do with the ball. Got lucky. A nice look inside. Beautiful play there by Jack Bailey. They almost reversed roles there. It was the big man Bailey who penetrated inside and then got it to the little man Wagner for the finish. Kind of an interesting play you don't see too often there.
Dishing it off to the point guard, and Wagner, easy layup as he cuts into that lead that holds it at 8.
Yeah, we'll pause quickly here. A timeout by Torrey Pines with 6:01 here on PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports broadcast program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
That's Ed Alcarez. I'm Andy Bishop, coming to you live from Patrick Henry High School, home of the Patriots. With those white unis outlined in hunter green, you might call it, and a gold color. Sherman taking it all the way, putting a little spin on it, but not enough. Oh, and taking a few too many steps was Jack Bailey there.
I tell you, Jack Bailey there was just pretty much draped in 2 defenders. Didn't have much choice. Wasn't able to get the ball off, or pass it off, I should say, as they're going to go ahead and get him for the treble and get the possession arrow back to the Patriots.
5:40 remaining in this exhibition game, actually a tournament game here. And the Falcons will take it back the other way. Pulling up for the mid-range jumper. We see Werman getting things going here. We've seen him with the tendency to take that shot, but it just hasn't been falling for him so far tonight. He finally gets one to go. And now Sherman going the other way. The floater, no good. And the Falcons looking to get it under 5. Timmy Saunders going up strong. Nice. He converts 45-41.
As we're closing inside of 5 minutes here, the lead quickly dwindles down to 4 for Patrick Henry. As their last couple of shots unable to fall.
And Sherman trying to extend it to 7. Nothing going there. So you see the offense of Patrick Henry subsiding a bit. Another scoreboard outage, and now it's back on. Werman going up for the shot. Hit.
All right, are you ready for the second corner line? Werman fouled by Sherman.
Yeah, I was going to say another Werman to Sherman interaction. So Werman to the line for 2, trying to get it to just a 2-point lead, but clanks it on that one. And a couple of substitutions here. Lewis coming out, Buddy into the game for Patrick Henry.
And joining him on the court, Kyle Connor.
Wagner back into the game after taking a quick breather, as well as Chris Currylow, the big 6'8 senior. A 3-point lead now for Patrick Henry. A push. And that's not the kind of foul you want to see when your team's in the bonus.
Definitely not, as they're going to go ahead and say that the big guy there, Chris Creelo, senior center, 6'8".
Still in the 1-and-1. The triple spin routine at the line worked for Kyle Connor on that one.
Looking over this Torrey Pines roster, there's an interesting number 44, Nyan Pratha, senior center, 6'8".
Yeah.
That we've yet to see get into the ball game. I'm not sure if we will.
We haven't seen them use that super height advantage. Connor misses the second one, so it's a 4-point margin. And you saw Werman get hacked once again. That seemed pretty clear from here that it was the foul. These teams, like we've been talking about, it's been physical, and that's resulted in the bonus penalty, both halves for both teams.
And just when it looks like the ugliness is going to continue down under, we've seen a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of missed shots, a lot of rebounds from both sides. But Patrick Henry has continued to try to keep up this fast, this up-tempo type of game. And it suited them well as they're up by 3 with 4:06 to go here in the fourth quarter.
1 of 2 once again for Werman, but he does not get it. It's actually Wagner, his teammate, that comes up with it. The Falcons with a chance to tie here if they hit a 3. Otherwise, they can get in within 1 with a 2. The fans behind us wanted Timmy Saunders to launch that one up and tie this thing, but there is plenty of time. Obviously don't need a trifecta here, even though you'd like to tie it up. No good long, as Brian Cuff went for that one. And now Patrick Henry is in transition, a 3-on-1. A little bit of a miss pass. The shot is good from Givney. The 3 ball, and that makes it a 6-point lead, almost like a 6-point turnaround there, Ed.
And there, one of the things we've got to mention is it was still a sloppy play. They continue with that. They didn't set up well underneath the basket, almost going out of bounds. They were able to kick the ball out to Oren Givney, and it was a smooth 3, though. I will say that. Nothing but net.
Well, Wagner taking it hard to the hole once again, as he's been doing his best to do tonight. And a smooth stroke. Nothing but nylon.
And one of the benefits, if you're looking at going in, I mean, we've just started this season, but one of the benefits, I think, for Coach Olive is you're going to have Saunders and Wagner back next year. One a junior, one a sophomore.
And on the transition, Kevin Buddy gets the easy one, 7-point margin. Setting up for the 3, long, Timmy Saunders, but the rebound by Curlow. Buddy walked.
And there a break for Patrick Henry. They're going to get possession. Got 2:40 on the clock, fourth quarter. You're up by 7. And still, as I kind of continue, it's still not a safe lead. Not with this well-coached team of Torrey Pines. But of the options of who you want to get the ball to on the court for Patrick Henry, you've got Buddy and you've got Sherman.
Looking to beat the press deep down the court. Done very nicely. That second shot that went in won't count. It was Kyle Connor who got fouled initially. Warman on the foul. That should be his 3rd personal. My bad. That's actually number 5 on Sam Werman. I did not have that many on the books here. Correction. So that puts him out of the ball game here with 2:33 on the clock.
And he was definitely a positive contributor for the Falcons.
Connor with 2 shots and did not even get anything on that one. Missed the rim. Caught a little bit of the net, but that'll still go for the air ball in my book.
It's still closer than anything I would have put up.
Still within reach are the Falcons. 7 points at 51-44. Connor with a little bit more on this one, but still short off the front iron.
And that's got to hurt there. He went 0 for 2 from the line.
Oh, a collision there. That didn't look too pretty. with a tough, aggressive defense once again from Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry going to a bit of a zone press. During that possession, they went to a kind of a half-court zone press and really put the pressure on. 2:14.
And there, Connor Milmo pleading his case to the referee.
Torrey Pines really jacking up those threes here in the last several series. And finally, after a whole lot of messy play, you've got a foul called. I think Zach Wagner might be the guilty party.
He was tangled up on the far end of the court with Jacob Sherman. All right, I'm back.
Just over 2 minutes, 2:01 remaining in the game as we have it. You've got another game coming up here at Patrick Henry High School, I believe. I saw a couple other teams in the building.
Well, as you had mentioned, most of the games are situated at West Hills High, which I'd say within a 10-minute drive on a good day from Patrick Henry. But those of you that aren't able to make it out here, you're missing a heck of a ball game.
Sherman gets his first score of the fourth quarter. He misses that one. That makes him 7 of 10 on the night from the stripe. Timmy Saunders a bit late on that one. 52-44, Patrick Henry.
One of the things you've got to wonder is Brandon Cyrus and some of the local publications has this kid as
Wagner launching the three. We've seen a lot of offensive rebounds for the Falcons, but unable to convert even some of their second chance points opportunities. Patrick Henry with the ball, but yeah, we just haven't seen Cyrus put the ball in the basket tonight. You can see the talent and the athleticism that he has out there, but obviously he is a freshman, so you can't expect too much, you know. The Patriots now just trying to wind down the clock, and they'll take the easy buckets like that layup. Giboney finishing on the left end. Sherman with the steal, getting it to Connor. And now things looking pretty good for Patrick Henry. With a 10-point lead, just over a minute, Sherman taking another trip to the line.
You can hear the Patrick Henry bench screaming, slow it down, slow it down. There's 1:06 to go here. They're up by 10, but as you and I both know, in high school basketball, there's definitely a high level of unpredictability.
This is the first time I've noticed it. The socks of one Jacob Sherman. Two different kinds of socks. The striped socks, almost that you would find a professional wearing under his Dockers pants.
And I don't think we stop at the socks. The shoes are quite neon-y, if that's even a word.
The highlighter yellow color with the striped socks.
Yeah, you got to wonder how many highlighters lost their lives to make the appearance on the shoe there of one Mr. Sherman.
And looks like it's pretty well in the hands of Patrick Henry at this point. We see the JV Falcons getting ready to come onto the court next, it appears. In their white jerseys with the maroon-colored lettering and numbering. And
right there. No luck on that free throw by Kyle Connor. As he'll get a second attempt here.
Gets it for free throw number 2. The biggest lead we've seen in the second half for the Patriots at 13 points. Wagner getting hit on the way up. Oren Gibney, the perpetrator.
Got called on that foul, and that's going to send Zach Wagner to the line to try to make it look a little prettier. And we're going to close this game out as we're at 45 seconds. 57-45. Patrick Henry over Torrey Pines.
Maybe a little bit of a surprise here. I mean, we saw Patrick Henry's record at 3-1, but they, probably hadn't faced the competition to, warrant saying they were better than Torrey Pines. And I'm not saying that they are, but they definitely were tonight with 30 seconds on the clock. They'll have to hoist up one more shot. 10-second differential on the play and shot clock. Sherman trying to get it down low, and Cyrus will get it.
Great effort there. As he was able to get the ball, Kevin Buddy able to get the ball away from Brandon Cyrus, but he slid out of bounds, unable to maintain possession. Torrey Pines will take over here. So we got 11 ticks left. An 11-point lead for Patrick Henry.
Three more ticks on the clock, and that's going to do it. Patrick Henry moves to 4-1 on the season. They take care of business on the home court in front of the crowd with an 11-point win, 57-46. We'll be back and wrap things up here. As I'm sure you know, we've been having a few sound difficulties here, so I'll try to at least bring you a short post-game show and wrap up things here from Patrick Henry High on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Ah, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SB.
And welcome back to our post-game show here on playonsports.com. Andy Bishop alongside Ed Alcarez. We just witnessed a preseason exhibition game, Thursday night basketball here on Play On Sports. A very fast-paced, quick game, physical, are a few of the words that we've thrown around. What was the biggest thing you took from tonight's game? Big Eddie, Ed Alcarez.
I tell you, one of the things I took for Patrick Henry, I will definitely remember the names of Kevin Buddy, Oren Gibney, Kyle Connor, Jacob Sherman. And I wish I could tell you a number 32 who also contributed. We weren't able to get his name. But they seem to have a good core of players here. They seem to also, there's a fluidity to their, to so far getting out to this 4-1 start. You got to like how they didn't unravel. At times, sloppy, really kind of strained away from the fundamentals, but they never broke enough to allow Torrey Pines to take anything more. I think they held the lead maybe once or twice early on, but to kind of get into their flow and play their type of game. It was a fast-paced game, as you had mentioned, and for me, if anything, it puts Patrick Henry on the basketball map here for this 2012-2013 season. The flip side, Torrey Pines, I still think they're a team to be reckoned with. They're 1-2. It's still very, very early, and they just seem to have a Torrey Pines Falcons kind of feel to them. Even though they fell here, I got a good feeling that once all is said and done, they're going to be making some noise.
They certainly are talented out there. We talked about the freshman Brandon Cyrus, who didn't have his best game tonight, but you see the potential that he has. Really, altogether, great game by the Patrick Henry Patriots. Of course, they're the winning team by 11 points, 57-46. One of their players is our player of the game here on playonsports.com. We won't have a chance to interview him with a few of the sound difficulties we're going through, but we'll name him here. Jacob Sherman, unofficially 15 points. Seemed like he had more than that, but he was constantly taking it to the hole, getting his opponent or his teammates involved. Talk about his play tonight, Ed.
On the defensive side of it, he was pretty much just playing with reckless abandon. He was going for the rebound. He was mixing it up. Obviously giving up some height and a little bit of size. He played, to me, like a big bruising power forward. Even as a center at times, he got a couple of hands in on some of the big guys for the Falcons. On the offensive side of the ball, he seemed to just be wherever the play was. It was going to rotate around Sherman, whether it was him dishing it off for an assist or actually taking the shot. As I said before, it seems for this Patrick Henry team, where Sherman goes, I think this team goes.
Well, a big thanks to Patrick Henry High School for letting us get into their gymnasium, and calling this game. And a big shout out to our buddy Robert Fields, who got us in here and showed what his team can do this year. What do you have to say for our buddy Robert here, Ed?
I tell you what, Robert, I take back all the comments that you are a one-trick pony, my friend, as you definitely are putting a new energy here on this Patrick Henry campus, as your team has won 4 or 5 to start the season. Good job.
All right, there you have it. That's going to do it from Patrick Henry High School. The Patriots move to 4-1 with a 57-46 victory over the Torrey Pines Falcons, who now move to 1-2. A big thanks for all of those who helped with our broadcast here on playonsports.com. Our videographer, Aaron Hunt, our producer, Finn Prendergast, my partner, Ed Alcarez. I'm Andy Bishop. Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to tune in to more action on playonsports.com, specifically the playoff football action we have coming up and all of our future basketball games. Thanks so much again for joining us, and have a great Thursday evening, my friends.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.